up, angels? Welcome back on another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing the highly requested video. You guys have been wanting me to make a video on how I told my mom I was 16 and pregnant and her reaction. This video is really late because Anicia, my daughter, is already 1 year old. I was already pregnant, like everything happened. But I'm making this video now because I just filmed my 16 and pregnant video.
I look fat.
Okay, but anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna explain how I told her, and then she's gonna say her reaction, and then how everything went that day. So yeah, just say. So the way that I told her, okay, well, I waited a week after I found out I was pregnant to tell her, because I was scared. Because before
after her sweet 16 that I just threw her,
my mom, yeah. So I found out I was pregnant April 26th, the day after my birthday. My birthday is April 25th, and my mom was throwing me a party that weekend. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was so scared because she was throwing me a sweet 16 that Saturday.
mind you, we had to buy her multiple dresses because some of them didn't fit.
Yeah.
Or we had to keep changing the dresses. There you go.
Yeah, and she threw me this big old sweet 16. She got me a bunch of food there, and I didn't eat any of it because everything, the smell of it made me so sick. And she was like, why aren't you eating? I remember you asked me, you were like, why aren't you eating? And I was like, I just don't want that. And she was like, I bought all this food. I didn't even eat the...
Yes,
I'm
God.
not even saying
There was so much food left.
I know. I didn't eat anything. I was so sick.
Johnny, where do you want to be one?
You know, John, he bought me Mexican food because he knew.
Yeah, that's right. In the middle of her party, she left to go get food because she couldn't eat the food that we bought. And I spent so much money on that party. Ugh.
This is my 16th birthday. And then the guy that I'm talking to right now, he knew I was pregnant and he knew that I couldn't eat any of the food here. So he left to go get me Mexican food, and then he came back and I was eating that. And then my mom's like, I just bought you so much food. Anyways, that's not the point. We're talking about the food. Anyways, okay. So yeah, and I waited a week, and then the week after, my friend Siam was like, you gotta tell her now. Alexa was like, you gotta tell her now. Sorry if you guys didn't hear my brother. He's playing Fortnite over there. But yeah, so he was like, you gotta tell her. So I was like, okay. We were at school. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell her. I texted her because I knew if I would have told her in person, like, we would have started it.
It would have probably been a bad situation.
It would have been bad. So I texted her, and I was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something. She's like, what is it? Like, she was busy. She's like, hurry up. And I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, I don't have time for this. And I was like, what? I was like, she don't believe me. So I had to send her a picture of my ultrasound, and then
my heart dropped. I didn't know what to say. It was bad because I was getting food for a meeting that was going on at work, and so I started crying while my driver was taking me to go get the food. And then so I had to kind of like straighten up my face, go back and have the food, like, here you guys go, enjoy your meeting. And I almost didn't come home that night. And then I called her dad. We talked, and he met me at the house, and we sat her down and had a long talk with her.
Yeah, so before all that happened, me and my mom were texting. She was like, are you serious? Like, how could you do this? And I was like, I know. I was like, oh my God. I was so scared. And she was talking about, like, does Luis' parents know? I told her, yeah, they knew, even though they didn't know.
I thought they found out before I did.
No. So, well, yeah, they didn't know, but I told her that they knew. But I mean, I already knew the reaction was gonna be like the same as my dad's. But I'm gonna make a whole different video with my dad about this. But yeah, so then
our dad was more cooler than I was because of the fact that he had our oldest, his oldest, at a young 15. Age. And for me,
Dad, were you 15?
I never got pregnant before the age of 18, so, you know.
No, my dad had my brother at 15. But anyways, so yeah. So we're there, and time goes on, and my mom... Well, time goes on, and I invited my friend over. Invited my friend Syed over because I knew my mom loved her. And so I was like, okay, she's not going to hit me in front of Syed. Which she probably... I don't know why I thought that. So we go home, we're waiting. I told my brother the day before I told my mom. So my brother's there and was like, you told her? And I was like, yeah. So we're in the kitchen waiting, and I told my brother, I was like, if mom hits me, you need to protect me. I was like, you need to get up. So we go, she comes home, and what happened?
I didn't even know what to say to you. Like,
Didn't
I
even-
almost didn't even come home that night.
Didn't you and Dad come at the same time? Or Dad came later?
He came, yeah, we probably got to the house around
Yeah.
the same time.
So I didn't tell my dad. I wasn't planning on telling my dad. But so my mom and dad.
I told him.
My mom told my dad. So my mom and dad walk in the room, and this is, I'm not gonna say my dad's side of the story because I'm gonna do another one with my dad. But pretty much, my mom and dad walk in the living room. I was shocked because I didn't tell my dad. My mom told him. But we're sitting there, we're talking, and my mom is like, "What were you saying?" Oh, so pretty much she was like,
What are you gonna do with your life?
"So tell me what happened." And I told her what happened, how I found out, how.
Did it happen in my house?
Oh yeah, she's like, did it happen in my house? Where did it happen? How did it happen? Because Luis moved. So she's like,
I know his shit ain't that long ago.
so she was like, is it his or whose is it? Because she didn't know, because she was like, he moved. So obviously it was with someone else. And I was like, no, because Luis recently came down
Which I didn't know.
like 2 months before, and she didn't know that. He did come down to see me. So he came down, and that's pretty much how that happened. So yeah, we were talking. She's like, how'd it happen? And then on my birthday, you remember you made me tacos, and I threw up. The day, like in the morning time, she's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I want tacos, rice and beans, make sure to get cilantro, make sure to get sour cream, all that.
And she didn't eat none of it.
I remember I walk in and she's making it, and I smell it, and I'm like,
And she tells me, oh, Mom, my stomach doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. That's why I thought she was sick. Not catching on like, oh, yeah, your daughter's pregnant. Like, Lord have mercy.
yeah. So then I go and I throw it up, and I went to the bathroom, and she went to the bathroom. She's like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? And I was like, I think I'm sick. Like, can you make me a doctor appointment? And she's like, do you want me to go with you? And I was like, oh, no, it's good. Because in my head, I already knew, like, I'm pregnant. So I was like, no. And then I made everything confidential once I found out I was pregnant, so you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I know.
So you didn't see anything. So the whole time we were there, and we were just talking about, she was asking me, what were you asking me?
What are you going to do with yourself? You going to get a job? Who's going to get a job? Is Luis going to get a job? Who's going to support this baby? You know, you guys still had school. You have a whole future ahead of you.
Are you sure you want the baby?
How are you going to take care of a kid? You know, like me being a single mom and working as much as I did, like kind of blamed myself for a while. Like maybe I worked too much. Maybe that's why, you know, like how are you going to take care of a kid? Like who's getting a job? Like you guys still have school, you know, having a kid at a young age isn't.
And he lived
far. So, you know, my expectations of what I expect from her is completely different than what Luis's parents expect from him. And I'm very hard on my kids. So meeting halfway wasn't easy for me either, you know, because I push my kids. I'm really hard on them. Like, you can't come home with C's. So, you know, your education was important. Told her she's going to graduate. I don't care what it takes. She's going to graduate. She's going to get that education because you can't get anywhere in life without that, you know. So, I don't know. I think that was probably one of the hardest things I've had to deal with. I kind of shut myself out from a lot of people, just trying to figure out how to deal with my emotions, you know. And then everyone's like, well, when are you going to tell her, Nina?
Oh, yeah. My godmom is, like, the most important person in my life. I mean, yeah, you too. But, like, my godmom, like, you guys don't understand. The bond
her, Nina.
and godmom, and the bond and love I have for my godmom is, like, my godmom's strict. Like, my godmom didn't let me sit in the front seat of her car until I was, like, 9 years old, 10 years old. No, I was 10, because she was like, you have to be double digits. And I was like, my mom lets me sit in the front. She's like, I'm not your mom. So
I think that was hard because I told her, Nina, and I wasn't even ready to do that because I didn't even know how to deal with my own emotions. Like, that was pretty hard. It was hard.
So after I told her, pretty much we were just getting everything ready from then. we were telling people. A lot of people were getting their feelings hurt because they were like, why didn't you tell me? But it was like, my mom really did shut herself out from everyone. She was really like closed in. She wasn't really talking a lot. She was disappointed, you know, like, how could this happen? Like, I was 15 when I got pregnant, but my whole pregnancy I was 16. So that's pretty much how I told her, and her reaction. Are you crying?
No, my eyes are burning.
No, you're crying.
No, my eyes are burning.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying. My eyes are burning. These eyelashes are burning.
Out the cuts, huh?
Okay.
Are you crying?
No, get my own.
You're crying.
No.
Emotional. But yeah.
It's like a replay of all those emotions.
Yeah, my mom was crying a lot.
Yeah, I did. But today, I can't imagine my life without the baby. Like, I love that little girl. She has me so wrapped. And she's also brought us a lot closer. She made her a whole different person.
Whoa.
Get out of here.
No.
Get, really?
You can't stop it. It's just YouTube. So she's crying. But yeah, so pretty much today, how we are, things are good. My mom is really attached to Anicia. She swears like that's her baby. Like,
It is my baby.
like she had her. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I told my mom I was 16 and pregnant. That's her reaction. That's how everything went. Like I said, after I told her, we just started getting everything ready for the baby. All the registries we were doing, because I was already like 3 months pregnant when I told her. So after that, we were getting the registries ready. We were getting everything ready. We were changing the house. Like,
I went out and got extra jobs.
yeah, my mom got an extra job. Like, we were doing everything we can for Anicia and getting everything ready. She got me a car. The car that I have right now, she bought for me. So she got me a car.
I did that.
I know, she bought me my first car. Because Anicia.
Well, actually, that's Anicia's car, not Angelina's, but...
Okay, she drives it. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how I told her, her reaction, everything like that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my other videos with me and my daughter. She's not here right now.
And her mom. Hi.
And my mom and some of them. And yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, angels.